It's going to be Return to World of Warcraft, My 5 Reasons to Play Dragonflight from Dalaran Games. I have no idea what his reasons would be, other than the game is moving in a better place. Much better than the last 2 expansions. And I would say even slightly better than Legion.
Hello guys, how's it going? My name
Legion was cooler though. Like straight up, it was just way cooler.
is Dal, and so far the expansion of Dragon.
Oh, that's pretty low.
Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and so far the expansion of Dragonflight has had a very good start. It's generally been received very well by the community, praised for its old friendliness, open world content, and incredibly.
And they even make it more ult friendly with the time, whatever dungeons, I forgot the name of it, where you can level like super quick.
Fun dragon riding system. And over the last few weeks, we even got a glimpse at the future content yet to come for this new chapter of World of Warcraft. Recently, I've been getting messages from you guys asking me if it's worth coming back to World of Warcraft for Dragonflight in 2023. So far, this expansion has been a breath of fresh air for WoW.
I would say yes, especially I mean, you may want to wait for the trading post just so you can have more things to do. But yeah, I mean, I definitely would agree. Like, I didn't really play BFA at all, and I did not play Shadowlands. Well, no, I played Shadowlands a good amount, enough to know like it had to be the worst expansion I've ever played, like bar none. Like, no, it wasn't even close. And I'm not talking about like content or like the mechanics of fights. I'm just talking about like my overall like experience. It just felt really bad.
Special when compared to the last expansion entries. So in this video, I wanted to highlight the 5 reasons as to why you should return for this Draconic expansion. And while this video will primarily focus on the positives of Dragonflight, it doesn't mean that this expansion is by no means perfect and without flaws.
Oh yeah.
But right before we get into that, most of you guys watch these videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you remind, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel as well as hit the bell if you're watching these videos anyway, especially if you're looking to get regular class and content updates for all the future Dragonflight builds. The first reason to dive back in for Dragonflight is so that you can explore all of the newest class changes, the new addition of the Draconic Evoker,
the talent trees,
and most importantly, the return of the class talent trees.
Yeah.
The last few expansions of World of Warcraft focused on empowering our characters through borrowed power systems. In Legion,
and I actually really don't think borrowed power is a bad thing. But the way they leaned into it like so hard is what made it worse, and the fact that it made it like super grindy.
Our classes were empowered with the art.
Like the Covenant system actually, I don't think wasn't that bad in terms of like the abilities they gave you, but it sucked that you couldn't just freely swap between them. Like say be part of one Covenant. Like I think just doing a quick quest line should have unlocked like everything in the Covenant. And then you can earn reputation with that Covenant to unlock like the transmogs and stuff. But the abilities themselves should have been like universally unlocked once you unlock them.
Artifact weapons, with each spec gaining a unique weapon to wield. In Battle for Azeroth, we got our hands on the Heart of Azeroth, which helped unlock the hidden powers within our Azerite armor. And in Shadowlands, we got to pledge ourselves to one of the 4 Covenants, unlocking a Covenant-specific class ability, and binding our souls with the denizens of Shadowlands to share in their powerful passive bonuses. But that sense of progression was very short-lived. Instead of growing our characters and classes, we instead were growing and improving our borrowed powers. And as the name implies, we had to part with these temporary powers at the end of every expansion, only to repeat the same cycle in the next expansion. These past entries didn't carry the same classic satisfaction of leveling our characters and the...
Yeah, but you can't deny borrowed power was a huge success with Legion. Like a lot of people really liked it, and myself included, with the artifact system. So I mean, it did get grindy towards the end of it, but like you first introduced it and stuff, like all was really cool. And of course, like it's hard to say like how they should have gone about it, because it's like obviously you can't just keep those artifacts as you go, though I think that would have been fine. But
Excitement
yeah,
of investing time.
because if you think about it, trinkets are also technically borrowed power. Tier sets are also borrowed power. So, and so technically are talents in a way, because some talents are less useful as you increase in level.
Talent points with every level, slowly watching our characters grow stronger and noticeably different from where they initially started. But Dragonflight seems to bring back the same feeling of satisfaction with the class revamps and the return of the class talent trees. Classes can have
Yeah.
access to 2 talent trees. Class talent tree, which allows you to better define your class identity, whether you choose to embrace a more DPS feral hybrid gameplay as a healer druid in dungeons, or taking on a support role as a shadow priest, becoming the group's emergency secondary healer within PvP. The spec talents allow you to better define your chosen role and create
Oh yeah, I think everyone's agreed that the talent trees are just a massive success across the board. So
flavorful talent combinations, where one unholy death
that's one of
knight
my favorite
can
things to
become
do
a
so far:
true
leveling ult
necromancer,
and
commanding an
picking out
army
my
of
talents.
Scourge to battle as a forsaken commander as your pets tear your enemies to shreds. While another death knight could focus on spreading and bolstering diseases and empowering their death coils, creating a build that resembles a warlock that wields a massive powerful claymore. All of these talent
Yeah,
options are up to the individual player to customize however you want to.
not all classes unfortunately have that uh, level of complexity, but a lot of them
You
do,
can change your talents
which is
anytime and
pretty
anywhere,
impressive
and
the way
adjust
they
your build
balance
as
that.
much as you like. And you can also save your favorite presets, share your builds with others, and import others' builds in order to try them out for yourself. With so many class changes to explore, you're bound to find the next main to head forward into the Dragon Isles.
Yeah,
The first thing you'll notice about Dragonflight is that you're no longer grounded at the start of an expansion. Normally, it takes multiple patches until you earn your wings and learn how to fly.
that was always
But
dumb.
Dragonflight lets you
Yep.
take to the skies with the dragon riding system. Dragon riding is a form of flying which embraces concepts like speed, momentum, and aerial movement with a bit of realism and a lot more excitement. Where normal
Which they did
flying can
take
be
from Guild
described
Wars
as
2.
slowly swimming through
Well,
the
that's
air,
fine.
dragon riding is a lot more realistic with its use of gravity, which you can use to build up speed and propel yourself forwards.
I just wish it would let you use it outside of the Dragon Isles. I really find that dumb that you can't use it pretty much like only in the Dragon Isles. It just seems dumb because it's like, why is gravity different in the Dragon Isles than the rest of the world?
Using mobility skills along the way to quickly reach your destination. This new movement system
Also, I don't really mind if like they let you use the normal mounts in the Dragon Isles. I don't know why they have it where you can't. It just seems, I'll be honest, it's kind of stupid. Because like, what if you do just want to use your normal mount? Like maybe you don't really like the dragon riding. I don't like how it's forced upon you like that. I think at least once you beat like the main story, like it shouldn't just unlock flying. Or why even have that? Just unlock it in the beginning. As soon as you unlock your dragon, that's when you should unlock flying in general.
has been wildly praised by the community, with many
Oh
finding
yeah,
it more
I find
fun
it really
and
fun.
more interactive when traversing the open world. Dragons can also
Because that's what I was talking about, like using it in the rest of the World of Warcraft. Because I prefer this flying versus the normal mount.
be upgraded with glyphs found
But I'm not like, I don't want that to be like forced upon people. Like, oh no, you have to use the dragon riding.
scattered throughout the Dragon Isles, which
Because I
greatly
like it.
improves your flying capabilities. Once you unlock these
That
glyphs
was pretty
on your
cool,
main,
unlocking the
can
little
take advantage
tokens.
of its flying benefits as well. Dragons can also be customized in a variety of ways, and you can unlock many of these customizations through open world content,
Yes,
reputation gains, raids, as well as PvP.
and dungeons.
Dragonflight gearing has seen dramatic improvements. In PvP, we see new revamps to PvP items, which help standardize PvP gear scaling.
This I thought was actually extremely good. Was that the item level itself was 340, so outside of PvP it's 340. But then once you hit, you go into the battleground or arena, it jumps up to 411. That was just, I don't know who thought that up or where they got the idea from, but I really, really did do like that.
Making it easier for new players to earn these items and feel more competitive without having to jump through multiple hoops. PvP players can also earn
Yep.
gear through open world PvP activities, which allows you to earn gear which benefits you in both PvP as well as in the open world.
And has a set bonus, which I thought was really cool. Like this alone, when you're stunned, harden your resolve absorbing 50,000 damage. Like that's really cool.
Mythic dungeon gearing
It's just item level isn't like the greatest, but it's not bad.
has gone through changes as well, where players can earn some of the higher item level rewards by tackling some of the more difficult dungeon content, which helps Mythic Plus serve as a proper standalone endgame activity. More casual players will find
Like I actually have been wanting to try Mythic Plus. It's just finding the group that's been kind of daunting to me, honestly. But I really want to try it, so I think once Trading Post comes out, like I'll give it another go.
that the open world is full of gearing possibilities, from elemental invasions, which can get you great starter items and upgrade them
And that's
to reach
open
more
world
competitive
content.
item levels. Group up with others to tackle super rares and world bosses to earn potential high quality upgrades. World Quest will also scale better with your current item level and often provides you a sizable upgrade every couple of days. Or join community events like hunts, sieges, or the community feast to get a chance to earn high quality items from large group activities.
Yeah.
You will also be
that to me has like been a really nice thing with Dragonflight, is just having more avenues to getting gear other than like mythic and then raiding, and that's about
happy
it.
to know the Dragonflight has a lot less mandatory weekly activities. You aren't farming Azerite or artifact power, and you don't need to delve back into Torghast on a weekly basis to farm materials for your next legendary. None of the story chapters or reputation farming is time gated, and none of the reputation rewards offer any obvious benefits that make your character passively stronger at endgame content.
I mean, some of them give you like gear that's like pretty high item level.
Dragonflight, however, is full of activities, be it advancing your
Like the
professions,
Cobalt people give you the
working
ring.
on weekly bonuses, participating in open world activities, or working on reputations. For the most part, you get to choose how you spend your days in the Dragon Isles. So far, Dragonflight has enjoyed what seems like a healthy early start to a new expansion. But the question on everyone's minds is, what comes next? Most expansions start strong, but only a handful of them continue to deliver on content which keeps the community engaged. So you'll be happy to know that Dragonflight already has a plan for what's ahead. Patch
And the fact that they announced it is what's crazy. I don't think they've ever done that before.
Over on the PTR. This new update seeks to continue to improve on class talent with new iterations, shaped with the help of the community feedback. This patch also adds a new Traders Post feature, which allows players.
This is the one I'm really looking forward to.
In-game cosmetics like mounts, pets, and transmog items through
that seems pretty cool.
activities. New transmogrification options of lower quality items, and a continuation of the Primalist storyline, with human and orc heritage.
I don't really care about that.
Later.
I'll be honest, like this is like one expansion where maybe because Shadowlands burnt me so hard, like I just don't care too much about the story anymore.
Patch 10.07, as well
like they ruined Arthas, they ruined Sylvanas. It's like, come on.
as plans
And I know they ruined a few more of the characters, but to me there's like those two were the worst.
For season 2 with patch 10.1. Patch 10.1.
I mean, they didn't really ruin Arthas, but at the same time, like I find it annoying that like the jailer took like, oh yeah, I made Arthas kind of thing.
5 featuring a new mega dungeon. Patch 10.17.
Basically, they didn't do enough with Arthas in Shadowlands. Like I don't know, just felt dumb.
As well as patch 10.2 content.
I didn't catch what he said. 1 second. Let me go back a little.
Items and a continuation of the Primalist storyline, with human and orc heritage armor coming sometime later in patch 10.07, as well as plans for season 2 with patch 10.1. Patch 10.15 featuring a new mega dungeon. Patch 10.17 as well as patch 10.2 content. While the details to this future upcoming updates are not revealed just yet.
I haven't done any of the mega dungeons. I actually really want to go back and do them.
Seeing a roadmap of the content ahead definitely inspires hope that this expansion could potentially be filled with things to do. Last time we got this many regular updates was during the expansion of Legion, which was legendary in its content release cycles. Dragonflight seeks to provide more regular updates for coming future, which would be a welcome improvement compared to some of the previous entries. And for now, that's going to be my quick list of reasons as to why you could potentially return to World of Warcraft for the expansion of Dragonflight in the year of 2023. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below. As per usual, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single live stream and video, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this video or discuss.
So, I mean, I do agree with a lot of what he says, and it's something the community has kind of agreed upon as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would need 5 reasons, but my main reason is that it seems like they're actually, what's the word I'm looking for? Like trying to make the game fun for everyone. And they're not trying to focus on any one group, whether it's PvP, PvE, raiding, mythics, like all of it. It just seems like across the board, they're trying to improve things. So that pretty much is really all I ever really wanted. I mean, it really sucks with the story that I just don't really care too much. Probably because the Proto Drakes looks kind of dumb to me. Like they have little hands. So it's like, I don't know, like they're not cool looking enemies like Illidan was, Arthas, the Legion. So it's like, okay. but yeah, I mean, the game's really going in a good place. So that's an important part. I'm going to keep playing it. Hopefully the story gets good enough to where I care about it. But if not, you know, the game is fun and that's what matters. So